Doing roster prediction videos in the beginning of the year can be very challenging because there's a lot of guys with inflated batting averages and people who are just knocking the socks off of the baseball, but the true test is, can they keep it up through the entire year? That's where the stubs will be made. As we look at our first video for predictions, just keep in mind that also they're usually a week behind when they release the upgrades, so all stats and comparisons that we'll be going over were basically as of Monday morning, and that's how we're going to do this each and every either Tuesday or Wednesday of the season as we drop these different prediction videos. And as always, guys, you can leave it in the comments section below who you think should get an upgrade. Let's go ahead and jump into the first prediction video of the year. Yo, what's going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today for another MLB 17 The Show Diamond Dynasty episode of Risers and Fallers. This is our first prediction video of the year. We got about 5 players that we are going to go over for you guys that I think will get upgrades in this Thursday or Friday's roster update. So we're starting out with the Washington Nationals and Ryan Zimmerman. He is playing very, very good baseball. Now again, I said it in the intro, all of these stats were as of Monday morning. The roster predictions basically are going to be a little bit behind because that's how they release them. They're always about a week behind. So with Ryan Zimmerman, 387 average, 16 runs batted in, 6 home runs at that point. I think he has 7 now. Against lefties, he's hitting 571 right now, but he actually has more home runs and more RBI against righties. So he's hitting both types of pitchers very, very well. I think he should get a large increase in his contact, and eventually maybe we'll see him with a silver card. Now, when you talk about the Nationals, you also got to talk about Bryce Harper. He's a 90 overall. He's a diamond card right now, so this is not going to be a very affordable card to a lot of people. Luckily, I pulled him. I was going to sell the card, but I'm definitely hanging on to it now. I think he's going to have one of those MVP-like seasons. Had a bit of a down year last year, but I think we're going to see the old Bryce back, so if you got that card, hang on to it. From the Miami Marlins, we're staying over here in the NL East. Marcell Ozuna, I think a guy who has a lot of talent, is playing really, really good for the Fish right now. 306 batting average to start it off, but remember, average is average. It's going to play out through the entire season. Throughout his career, he hits about 267, so I don't know if he's going to be able to keep this up, but I think he has the talent to do so. 21 RBI as of Monday morning. #1 in the league, so he is knocking a lot of runs home for the Marlins. He also has 6 home runs. Interesting, 20 out of his 21 RBI, and all 6 of his home runs are against right-handed pitching. But if you take a look at his stats in game, contact and power in game are better against lefties, so maybe they'll adjust that. Another NL player here, Freddie Freeman from the Atlanta Braves, a guy who I think has diamond potential. 88 overall right now, and he's a bit of an expensive card because he's really the only good Braves card out there right now. He's off to a very good start, 381 average, 7 home runs and 9 runs batted in. He's getting no help over there with the rest of his team. He's driving in all the home runs. He's usually hitting solo shots, it appears, with those stats, but he's hitting 500 against left-handed pitching and 353 against right-handed, so he's seeing well against both types of pitchers. I think his contact, especially against lefties, should be boosted up. Right now it's only a 68, and again he's hitting a 500 average against lefties early on in the season. So look for Freddie Freeman to eventually maybe get to an 89 or 90 overall if he can keep this up for the Atlanta Braves. He's having a really good start to the season. Another guy who's having a great start to the season, again staying in the NL, and maybe I should stop neglecting all these AL players, is Will Myers. I think this guy is fantastic. I think he should have already been a gold to start this year out. He had a really good season last year. Another guy with tons of potential, and he's showing it early on in the season. He destroyed my Rockies hitting for the cycle. He's got a 354 average right now, only 4 home runs, so he's not hitting a ton of power, but 11 runs driven in. 3 out of those 4 home runs and 9 out of 11 of his RBI are coming against right-handed pitchers. He also has a 373 average against those right-handed pitchers. So I think contact and power against righties should be plussed up, and I think that's enough to get him over to a gold, because as I mentioned, that's really where he should be. He deserves a gold card, and there's a couple other guys that we'll talk about in a moment that should have been gold to start off and possibly could be gold with the next update. We're going to take a look at one pitcher this week. I really want to see how the season plays out over the next couple weeks before I start, guessing with pitchers, because one or two good outings is not going to give somebody a boost, but somebody like Dallas Keuchel, who was there before and struggled last season, I think deserves to be back in the 89 to 90 range, and he's having a very fast start. As of Monday, he was 3-0. I think he's 4-0 now with a 0.96 ERA. His batting average against, people are just struggling. 168 batting average against, but listen to this, left-handed batters, he hasn't faced too many. They're only hitting a 0.63 average. So if you have this card and he continues to kill people from the left side of the plate, you're definitely going to want this pitcher. Averages 63, I said, against left-handed batters. They also have collectively 1 hit, so he's really shutting them down. He's not really punching out a lot of people, only 22 strikeouts on the season so far, but we'll continue to monitor that. Another pitcher, Chris Sale, a diamond card. He's off to a fantastic start. He's with a 0.91 ERA, 147 batting average against, and I believe he leads the league in strikeouts. Some other positional players, Charlie Blackmon's at the top of my list. He started to get hot towards the end of last week, and he's continued it into this week. I think he should have been gold from jump. He just has all the tools. He can steal bases, he can hit home runs. Charlie Blackmon should be a gold, but probably not until next week. Aaron Judge from the Yankees, off to a really good start. 6 home runs, 13 runs driven in. He's only a 68 overall, so I think there's plenty of room for him to get increased. George Springer was a popular one. I'm not sure. 7 home runs, 18 runs batted in, but a 216 average is what could slow him down. Some guys who could get downgraded, Todd Frazier hitting 108 with 1 home run and 1 run batted in. I thought that was a guy that could potentially be gold this year, but he is trending downward. And Jonathan VR, I think he's going to go down to silver, so sell if you have that. He's only hitting 185 and has 32 strikeouts. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.